All right, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts back again today with another video for you. And in today's video, we're going to have something kind of interesting, all right? This is a topic based on the title of the song that YouTube really doesn't like very much. So I have a feeling we're going to be kind of tiptoeing around the subject. I mean, hey, this could be titled what it is, and it can be completely different, all right? But kind of knowing a little bit about the artist and what his background is, we know what it's going to be about, right? So we have Ren and self-deletion, okay? I don't even know if I could say the word. I don't want to get this taken down because I haven't been able to make a lot of videos lately, and I don't want to put the time into making a video and then having it getting taken down. So you can see the title. We're going to get into this today, see what it's all about. I went to his page. I was planning on doing, I think Chalk Outlines is the name of it. Is one you guys wanted to see, and I haven't gotten to yet. And I noticed that I've missed, like, what, 4 songs of his, something like that. So today will be the first step in rectifying that. So let's get right into this. This is Ren, Self-Deletion. Let's go.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely.
Okay. This video is wild, all right? Like, the look of it, like the style, like it's almost like an AI art form style. It's really cool. Let's let him go for a little bit before I start trying to break it down. I want to see kind of where he's going to go with this, and then we'll start figuring it out. So let me listen to a little bit.
The right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic.
Okay.
Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber.
Okay.
Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Hold on, let me hear that end part. Couldn't quite catch that there. I think we got the gist, though, okay? We'll break it down in a second. I think I have the gist of what's going on, though.
My skin felt counterfeit.
Well, I want to go a little bit before that.
Sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit. Silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Resist the feeling when it hits you? Is that what he says?
The blister, dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
I think so. Okay. So we have him talking about not feeling right in his skin. Like, his skin doesn't feel natural or like his own. It feels like silicone, like rubber, okay? Imagine being in a silicone or a rubber suit. You know, just picture being in that for like a long period of time. And you start kind of sweating a little bit. You want out of it, okay? So you're trying to get yourself out of it to give you some relief, okay? So he is feeling like that's his actual skin, though, and you can't get out of that. So he does not feel right in his own body, essentially, in his own mind. It's pretty heavy. Then he says something. What did he say? But hold on 1 second. Let me go back and hear the end of with the sister part.
Sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Okay. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you, I think he says. So he's telling this other person, he's like, even though like we don't feel right in our skin, we have to resist the urge, resist the feeling when it hits you, okay? Just try to get past that, because that feeling might go away in a little bit. You never know. And then you won't do it, and that's a good thing. So I think that's kind of where he's going, okay? It's kind of like an internal struggle on whether he wants to go through with it or not. He's listing kind of his problems and why he's not happy, and then also giving kind of encouragement as to why not to, I feel like, so far. Let's keep going, though.
Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Okay, I think that kind of reinforces what I just said, because he's falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Okay, so that wasn't him. You know, maybe it's somebody else. Okay, and he's walking down the tracks, but it never really felt like the right time. Okay, so he's on the path to do it. You know, he's falling through the cracks. He's feeling desperate. He sees lights going out on the other side. He's now on the track. He is heading that way, but it just doesn't feel like the right time. Okay. So I think this is his constant battle, for many years, you know, knowing the little bit of information I have on his background. You know, so it's been a struggle, you know, it's been his demon for a long time, and he's resisted.
Never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Little throwback.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Oh, that's rough. Hold on, let's go back. There's a lot of symbolism in here. Hold on.
Seasick, masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges.
6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges, or something like that. You know, to him, I think maybe he's going for like he's already in the ground. It's already a done deal. It's just a matter of going through with it, right? Every time he tries to, he can't stay down in that hole, though. He cannot stay down in that hole. His body purges. All right. So, you know, like imagine throwing up, how you like kind of retch up, you know, and it purges whatever, the bad feelings, the will to do it, or it, you know, it could mean a lot of different things. Like there's a lot of heavy symbolism in that part right there. Yeah, let's listen a little bit more though. Keep going.
So fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor. Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, pretty much keeping with the same theme of struggling with the thoughts, wanting to do it, having every motivation to go through with it, and then not for whatever reason. Okay, have some part of him saying, no, it's not the right time, not today, whatever it is, okay? Giving him a chance to kind of hopefully fix these underlying issues so that doesn't seem like the only option. You know, and I understand, you know, until he's fully better, this may be a thing that he's going to struggle with for even a time moving forward. I mean, this stuff's not easy to get over.
Out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
The beat and everything in this song, I mean, it's good. It's really good. Like the way this flows is really good. And it's almost, it almost has an upbeat kind of tempo to it, but like it's tempered or something to kind of keep it a little on the more mellow side, like a little more serious. But like this is a song I could see listening to and it just getting stuck in your head. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is like instrumentally, it is a really nice sounding song. It's everything about it, in his cadence, his little flow, and his singing. It all goes really well, really, really well. I'm really liking it.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Is that it? No?
It's hard to take off from the ground.
Oh, hold up. I'm getting a little beat switch. Okay. Getting a little beat switch. I like that. That's nice. It's nice to see. Groups like 21 Pilots do that a lot, where they will kind of switch the beat partway through the song. And it's almost like you're sticking two songs together, but you know, they do it in a way that sounds amazing. We'll see how this goes, but this is going to be nice. Let's see what he's got.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came.
Yeah, your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know, if your stomach's already empty and you're drinking from an empty cup, the stomach acid's just eating away still at your stomach. You know, that could be like symbolism for, you know, what you're putting into your mind. Okay. What you're consuming during the day. If you're consuming content or movies or games or interactions, maybe socially, if you're picking interactions and things that don't have much value, they're superficial, or dangerous, you know, there's no substance to it. There's no sustenance even. So you're drinking from an empty cup. It's not going to fill your belly. And that could be a mind spiritually. That could mean 100 different things right there. I really like that line though.
Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born.
Hold on.
Tear ducts, I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch.
I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. All right. So Knox Hill, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but Knox Hill has a song where he referenced Fibonacci sequences, and he actually rapped a Fibonacci sequence, okay? I forget what song it was. Maybe Off My Chest. I'm not sure. But anyway, okay? During that reaction, I got really excited because, you know, I do a little day trading, okay? And when I was trying to figure out which indicators I wanted to use for trading, they have, what's it called? The Fibonacci, oh God, I can't remember the name of it, but Fibonacci bar or Fibonacci, I can't remember the exact term, but anyway, I was like researching which ones I wanted to use. Okay. And when I researched that one, I found out what a Fibonacci sequence was, because it kind of uses that to build like a projection of where the stock's going to go, essentially. Not quite, you know, don't quote me on that. All right. Definitely don't take any trading advice from me. So a Fibonacci sequence is the two numbers preceding equal the next number in the sequence. So 0 and 1 equals 1. So it goes 0, 1, 1. 1 and 1 makes 2. So it goes 1, 1, 2. So he's saying he lives his life through Fibonacci sequences, or he sees the world through Fibonacci sequences, that he lives in the past, and he thinks the past compounds on each other to form the future, if that makes sense. So, you know, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You know, if you have a string of bad luck, you're looking at all this and it's all adding up to the next biggest number. Or the other way around, if it's a good thing, you know, you're looking at all these good things adding up, okay? And you're gaining momentum this way. So that's deep. You know, if you're in a depressive state, that's a very dangerous way to look at the world, because you're already seeing the negative aspect of everything. And now you're adding these events together, okay, in your mind, and saying that this equals the next thing that's going to happen. you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I said, there's two different ways to kind of look at that. And then the also through double Dutch, you know, that's the jump rope thing where, you know, ropes are coming in different directions at different intervals at you, and you have to jump these obstacles to clear them, and you're just constantly jumping one after another. So that can compound with looking at something as a Fibonacci sequence. All right, because you're already jumping these obstacles as fast as you can, and the ropes keep coming, all directions, all sides, different intervals, and you're adding up all these little failures or these bad things or these negative outcomes or these, you know, these events that have occurred, and you're living in that past moment and saying that's what shapes your future. That's a, you know, that's at least that's how it comes off to me. I mean, I think that's a really, really deep line right there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie, and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is, to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
What the fuck? Wow. I have just absolute goosebumps. And onion ninjas. Ninja onions. Like, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Holy shit. All right, let's go back. Let's go back, okay? Yeah, there's a story in there. I'm assuming it's true. All right, there's a lot of emotion behind that. Okay. Right here. Let's go.
There's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped.
Okay. He locked his youth inside a pickup truck and dumped it over that bridge. Hold on. The bridge that you jumped.
Inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility.
Okay. So he locked his youth inside a pickup truck or whatever, dumped it over the bridge the same night you jumped. You know, that's the end of his innocence right there. That's absolutely the end of his innocence. That's the end of his childhood. That's when he had to first face real world and real world consequences. And I don't know if he's like literally talking about a brother, but he mentioned like a group of friends, or maybe that's all his siblings, but definitely someone really close to him. All right. A really good friend, a sibling, or other family member. Man, wow.
I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility.
It's talking about looking down in tranquility. Imagine you're on the bridge, you're looking down at the water, you know, and it's you as, you know, somebody who's about to do this, you see that as tranquil and as peaceful and as desirable, all right? And then one move, how does he put this?
Movement in a world of possibility.
One movement in a world of possibility.
To expose our fragility.
One movement in a world of possibility, one movement to expose our fragility. All right. You know, this guy's entire life is ahead of him. Whatever he's going through right now is more than likely a temporary thing. And he has every possible outcome ahead of him. Okay? But one movement can expose our fragility, right? How easily it can just be taken away. You know, all he had to do was release his fingers, probably, or lean just slightly, and that was it. I mean, think about it. You know, an entire living, breathing person can be right in front of you, and then lights are out. You know, for a million different reasons. It's, you know, I worked in a hospital. I've seen it a lot, and it's insane. You know, it's something. You know, it's not easy to deal with. It is not easy to see and be a part of. So, you know, God, this is rough, man. This is rough.
Sudden movement in the world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back.
All right, he misses himself, because obviously this has changed him. You know, like I said, this is the end of his innocence. He has locked his youth in a truck and drove it off the bridge or whatever. Hold on. I lost it. Hold on. Sorry.
I miss thinking we were indestructible as well.
Miss thinking that we were indestructible as well. Think about, you know, back when you're a teenager. Hell, even essentially now, even though when I'm older, you know, I wake up every morning expecting to go to bed that night. You know, I don't expect anything bad to happen, you know, and we do have this sense that we're in a sense, we're indestructible, especially in our youth. You know, the risks I took in my youth, you know, when I look at them as an adult, they're insane to me. And the fact that nothing bad happened to me, I can't explain it, you know, but it's definitely a feeling. And, you know, once you have an event like this that just shatters that, and it shows you not only was this person not indestructible, they're mortal, you are as well. You know, you are absolutely as well. And that could be a tough pill to swallow, you know. Man.
Fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up the distance.
I numbed myself to close the gap. Typically drugs, alcohol, you know, something of that nature, right? Trying to numb the feelings away, you know, just distract yourself so you don't think too deep about them. Not helping. Doesn't help.
Missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jump, my childhood jumped too, but I still can't find that angle.
So he can't even call these guys. He can't even talk to them. You know, he hasn't. Says the distance is my plaster cast. You know, is the distance the crutch for his excuse not to talk to him, or is the distance what makes it harder to communicate? So that's like his injury. I'm not sure, but like, you know, he's definitely, he can't even face these people. All right. It's too painful. That's what it is. Okay. The distance is his plaster cast. That's what it is. Okay. Being distant with them is the plaster cast that is healing his wound. There it is. That's it. All right. So being distant with them, not being available, not talking to them. That's the cast he is using to heal his broken heart, broken, you know, mind, whatever. He's using that, you know, to to disconnect from them and to not think about the situation and the good times and what have you. It's helping him heal in a way, you know, to where he doesn't have to focus on it every day. But if he were to call those people, it'd be like taking the cast off and just having that atrophied, wounded limb still. You know, that's deep, man. That's deep.
My plaster cast, the truth is to the day you jump, my childhood jumped too, but I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that.
So obviously he was on his way to meet him. On his way to meet him, didn't get there in time, and it's eaten him alive. And maybe that's figurative, or maybe that's literal. Maybe he was literally on the way, or maybe he's using that as a metaphor, like he didn't reach out, he didn't see the signs. He could have helped him before. You know, it's like a survivor's guilt, essentially. That's rough. That's rough. You know, how do you really deal with that? You know, I'm not in a position to say how you deal with that. I know it's you know, it's a thing that you have to work out with like a therapist, right? Because it's a real thing, okay? And that can mess with people really bad. So he's kind of going through that as well from whatever happened, you know, when his friend or brother or cousin, you know, jumped off the bridge.
Over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works.
It isn't.
I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way.
It's not the way that it worked because I was late like a jerk. Dude, you weren't going to stop it. You weren't going to stop it, man. Like, you... It's a rough topic, man. It's a rough topic. But, you know, I am of the mind that, you know, a lot of times the signs aren't necessarily apparent until it's too late. You know, sometimes they are and they're there, you know, but it's hard to see them sometimes. And you don't want to believe that the people you love can do that kind of thing to themselves. So maybe you ignore something that you shouldn't ignore, or, you know, you could have taken it one of two ways and you decide to take it the lesser of two evils because you didn't want to think that they were capable of something like that. This is breaking my heart, man.
It's fine, not the way that it works. Cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hers.
Never found him.
I love you, man. I miss you absurd.
Never found him. You know, so he doesn't even have closure. He doesn't even have closure. You know, there's something to be said to, you know, even if you don't physically see it, you know, you don't go up to the casket and pay your last respects, but you know that there was a service, a casket, a body. It's closure. You know, it's like, yeah, he knows what happened and that he's gone. You know, he knew probably instantly. But there's just something about not seeing or knowing that it was there that makes closure on something like this extremely hard. Extremely hard. You know, I had, years ago, I had a grandfather that passed. And, you know, he was cremated. And he was my first relative, besides my great-grandpa when I was very young and didn't understand the concept. But he was the first, like, major relative that was cremated, and I never got to see him in his resting state. And it was hard to get closure on that. So, yeah, this is intense. This song is intense. It's great, though. It's fantastic how it sounds. You know, like, I could listen to this all day. The message and the lyrics as well are very heavy, though. You know, they're very heavy. So, like, it's a song, like, I want to listen to in my car, you know, because of how it sounds. But, like, when I'm driving, do I want to be dealing with material this heavy and this deep and this, like, thought-provoking? I don't know if that's a good thing, you know. You know, you just got to be focusing on the road and everything and scanning. So, but that'll do it, though, I guess. That'll be the reaction. Middle-Aged White Guy is out. And I know I haven't made a bunch of content lately, okay? I'm behind on a lot of stuff. I'm waiting to the end of the video to do this because I didn't want to waste time at the beginning. But summer hit me hard. I have 4 kids. We have kids in sports, kids in music lessons. We have day camps and everything going on. And I'm still trying to get my feet back up under me. You know, we're just on a vacation. We just got back and we're starting to try to get everything rolling again. I want to make a very big effort in putting out more content, you know, because I had some good momentum and I let it just completely die. You know, hey, it is what it is. It's life. I have to do the family thing. You know, that comes first and foremost. And then the work thing comes second to the family. And then possibly YouTube somewhere else around, you know, down the list of priorities a ways though. But yes, I do want to make an effort to get more content to you guys. So check back at the channel and, you know, see, hopefully I can accomplish that. Still trying to figure it all out with the new after school and summer schedule that we have going on. I'm trying to figure out when I could fit these in, and it's been hard so far. So that'll do it though. That'll be the reaction. Middle-aged white guy is out. Peace.